traveling is not just about the place, traveling is also about meeting new people, hearing their perspective. And every person you meet while traveling, they have their own set of stories. They can be inspirational, they can be happy, they can be sad. But when you listen to the story from their perspective, it widens your mind, it opens your mind, it makes you more acceptive. And I think in the society we live in today, acceptance is a very huge factor that will actually help us grow. Hi everyone, Vanakkam. My name is Sushmita and I'm here on Manu Joseph's YouTube channel today to talk about my experiences with traveling. So I was born and brought up across a lot of places in India because of my father's job. He used to keep getting transferred every 2 to 3 years, and he was very much into traveling. And my sister and I, we were always into TV when we were kids, and he used to take us around a lot of places. So one of the places which he took around was Darjeeling, which is where I fell in love with traveling. The culture, the vibe of that place, the paved roads, the dews and the rainfall. I don't know, there was something about that place that actually made me fall in love with traveling. And since then, my only ambition was to earn and to travel around. So when I shifted out of my home and started earning and started living independently, I did go on a few solo trips, few of which were known to my parents and few of which my parents had no idea about. And I started with Gokarna when I was going through a very difficult phase. And me traveling solo without anyone to have company with me gave me a kind of sense of freedom which I've never experienced before. Even when you sit alone and eat in a restaurant, people look at you weird, but the kind of sense of freedom you get, you can't put it into words. So that's how I started traveling solo, starting with Gokarna, and then I went to Rishikesh. I traveled for over a week, covering Rishikesh, Oli, Dehradun, Masuri, and then that's how my journey continued. And currently, I'm traveling in Kerala all solo. I've covered a set of places. And Kerala is very close to me because I've stayed here for 5 years and I actually know the place. So I'm really comfortable here. People ask me a lot of questions when I travel solo. They have questions like, aren't you scared? Haven't you had any bad experiences? Haven't you met anyone like Ranbir Kapoor in the movie Tamasha? So there are a lot of situations. There are good situations and there are bad situations. I just have one thing to say. When you travel solo, always believe in your intuition because your intuition knows how's your atmosphere, how are the things, surrounding you. If you have a negative vibe, just walk away right then and there because it's better to be safe than sorry. I've had situations where I felt really negative, and I'll tell you one of these stories where this happened. I was walking around the streets of Rishikesh, and I'm scared of darkness. So when I was walking, I saw a street really dark, and I saw 4 or 5 men standing there and staring at me. And there were two shops towards my right. I went to the auntie who was sitting in the shop, and I asked her, "Is it safe to cross the street because it seems really dark?" She was like, "Nothing has happened as of now yet, but you can walk, but I won't give you the guarantee if something happens to you." So I was really scared, and my intuition was saying, "Don't take that street." And also, I had few of the men, staring at me. So all I did was I asked for a lift, and a man was riding a scooter. He said he'll drop me, and the walk, which would have taken me 20 minutes, it just took 4 minutes on a scooter. And surprisingly, when I actually went through that lane, I saw that the four guys who were staring at me, two of them were standing in the middle of the street, maybe waiting for me to arrive. So that was a little creepy, but thankfully I just hitchhiked, and the 20-minute walk just turned into a 4-minute ride, and I reached my destination safely. So there are few situations. I would just say always believe in your intuition. Also, for women especially who are scared to travel solo, I would actually request you to reach out to travel companies. For example, Plan the Unplanned from Bangalore. I was a trek leader there, and whoever wants to travel solo and were not very confident about it, they used to come join us for our weekend treks, or maybe for a week-long trip across Northeast or Himachal. And you can start by traveling with strangers in a protected group, and I think that will give you the confidence to travel solo in future. Often people ask me, why do I travel so much? So I used to work in an IT company, and weekends I lead treks with a company called Plan the Unplanned. So weekdays it's my office days, and weekends are for leading treks. So whenever I lead treks, there are a lot of people, solo travelers, or maybe a bunch of girls, or maybe a bunch of guys who come, who trek with us, and I do meet a lot of new people every weekend. So it's traveling is not just about the place. Traveling is also about meeting new people, hearing their perspective. And every person you meet while traveling, they have their own set of stories. They can be inspirational, they can be happy, they can be sad. But when you listen to the story from their perspective, it widens your mind, it opens your mind, it makes you more acceptive. And I think in the society we live in today, acceptance is a very huge factor that will actually help us grow. And the reason I travel is because freedom. I love my freedom very much. And when you have the freedom to do anything you want, anytime you want, anywhere you want, I don't think anything can match up to that. So, and I'm very glad that I know I have parents who believe that, I need to have my own freedom, I need to have my own space. Even though we do have arguments, even though I have to convince them a lot, but still, in the end, I get what I want. So this is the reason I travel, because I like to enjoy my freedom. So now I'll tell you about my first solo trip experience. This was when I had newly joined my second job, and I was going through a really bad phase personally. So I just wanted to go off somewhere just to feel relieved. So I did not inform my family or my friends. I just booked my bus tickets and I just went off to Gokarna. No one had any idea I was in Gokarna. I rented a scooty. I went around beaches. I met a lot of new people. I tried different cuisines there. Obviously, like, I was feeling a little low, but this gave me a different kind of high. Traveling solo and meeting new people, telling your stories, listening to their stories, and bonding like a family, even though it's been only 2 hours since you met, taking care of each other, understanding each other. It's a different kind of high. So even though I was having a very bad phase at that time, traveling solo just during that time made me feel really happy, made me feel really relieved. And I think that was my first taste at freedom. So then I understood the importance of being independent, earning money, and using your money to travel, so that you're not questionable to anyone. You're just questionable to yourself. You are your own responsibility. That's all. Thank you.
Upon a time there was a light. This time around I know I'll make it right.